Welcome everyone to Canadian Yorker here, and I am here to bring you a story that has been on the internet for some time. It's now 2025, but this story happened about, let's just say, in 2023. And this is from soccer, women's soccer, basically. And apparently, this has been going on for some time now. It's been an investigation. Um, so let's just get into it. The story is about the soccer club president Luis Rubiales. He kissed one of his players on the lips without her consent, and he has been under investigation by the club, and it's also criminal investigation. Well, not I'd say it's criminal investigation as well for basically kissing her without her consent, and I believe that does amount to a sexual assault charges. Um, so we're just going to be covering this story. I have four articles, one from three from ABC News and one from Associated Press. So the first article here is from NBCnews.com. It's written August 28th, 2023. Just about a year and 6-7 months ago, about 2 years. So it says here the article is written. Spanish prosecutors investigating soccer president who kissed World Cup winning captain Jennifer Hermoso will have around 2 weeks to ask for a case against suspended Federation chief Luis Rubiales, who kissed her after Spain's triumph. So in 2023, Spain won the World Cup. The World Cup in 2023, and while they won, Luis Rubiales kissed his soccer player that worked under him, his employee, Jennifer Hermoso, without her consent. So let's just read this article here. Spanish prosecutors opened an investigation of Spain's Soccer Federation chief, officials said Monday, in connection with his kiss on the lips of a player shortly after Spain won the World Cup. The national prosecutors also invited the player team captain Jennifer Hermoso to reach out to them in the next 15 days to report herself as a possible victim of sexual aggression by Federation President Luis Rubiales, officials said. Women and soccer fans around the globe were stunned when Rubiales kissed Hermoso flush on the lips during the medal ceremony after Spain's thrilling 1-0 victory over England in Sydney a week ago Sunday. Hermoso has said that the kiss wasn't consensual and that she said, quote, I felt vulnerable and a victim of an impulse-driven, sexist, out-of-place act without any consent on my part. That's what she said, close quote. Also Monday, Angela's Behar, Rubiales' mother, went on a hunger strike to protest action against her son. Continuing, Angela's Behar took refuge in the Church of the Divina Pastora de Montreal on the southern Spain coast and defended her son. She said her hunger strike will run indefinitely day and night, the Spanish news agency EFE reported. My son does not deserve what they are doing to him, she said, adding that he's the target of an inhuman and bloody hunt. The Sports International governing body, FIFA, suspended Rubiales and on Saturday from all soccer activities for 90 days, that's 3 months. Rubiales has been defiant in the face of withering worldwide criticism, saying the kiss was spontaneous, mutual, euphoric, and consensual. Close quote. Luis Rubiales has refused to resign. His cousin, Vanessa Ruiz Behar, told reporters outside the church that their family is suffering greatly. Vanessa Ruiz Behar said that she doesn't want to leave the church and that his family, we are suffering very much for him, that we don't think what's happening is just. We want to be left in peace and that justice to be done and that this woman tells the truth, close quote. The kiss has marred what had been a joyous national celebration of of La Roja's first time lifting the Women's World Cup. Spain joined an elite club of countries to have won Women's World Soccer most coveted trophy, alongside the United States, Germany, Japan, and Norway. But now, with the worldwide attention on Spain, is centered on its patriarchal culture and the growing support for Hermoso. The phrase "Contigo Jenni" or "With you Jenni" has been used as a social media hashtag and handwritten on shirts, arms, and even athletic tape of players around the world in recent days. So that's the article from August 28th, 2023 on NBC News. There's an update. I'm going to read the updated version now, written January 25th, 2024. This article is again written on NBC News. Title is called "Ex-Spanish Soccer President Luis Rubiales Will Face Trial for Kissing Player After World Cup." State prosecutors have accused Rubiales of sexual assault and coercing Jenni Hermoso to publicly support him in the public backlash against him. The article says, former Spanish soccer president Luis Rubiales will face trial for kissing forward Jenni Hermoso without her consent at the Women's World Cup, an investigative judge said on Thursday. Judge Francisco de Jorge ruled that his probe against points to Rubiales' kiss being unconsented and carried out unilaterally and in a surprising fashion, the court said. Close quote. State prosecutors have accused Rubiales of sexual assault and for allegedly coercing Hermoso to publicly support him in the public backlash against him. Despite initially claiming he was a victim of a campaign led by false feminists, Rubiales eventually resigned from his post for his behavior during the World Cup Awards in Syndey in August. He has denied any wrongdoing. The judge also ruled that along with Rubiales, former Spain coach Jorge Vilda, sports director of Spain's men's team Albert Luque, and the Federation for the former head of marketing should be tried for allegedly pressuring Hermoso to defend Rubiales, a step she refused to take. The trial date will be determined. Hermoso testified before the investigative judge in January. The 33-year-old forward, Spain's all-time leading scorer who plays in the Mexican League, has been widely supported in the country. The kiss scandal has been hoping it will spur a reckoning with sexism in sports. Based on a sexual consent law passed in 2022, Rubiales could face a fine or a prison sentence 1 to 4 years if found guilty, according to the prosecutor's office in Madrid. The new law eliminated the differences between sexual harassment and sexual assault, sanctioning any unconsented sexual act. FIFA banned Rubiales for 3 years until after the men's 2026 World Cup. His ban will expire before the next women's tournament in 2027. Spain's sports authority also ruled him unfit to hold a post in the sports management for 3 years. So there we have it, the second article update regarding Luis Rubiales. He's been suspended for 3 years, and he's actually due to return in 2027, which is when the Women's World Cup will be held in Brazil next year, right after the Men's World Cup. In 2027, 2 years, right after next year, which is the Men's World Cup that's going to be happening in the United States, Mexico, and Canada. Continuing, the third article, also written on NBC News, is also still covering the story regarding the Spain soccer coach. And this article was written February 4th, 2025. So it says here, Spain's men's soccer coach distances himself from controversial kiss in sexual assault case. Spain Federation President Luis Rubiales is accused of sexual assault for kissing Jenni Hermoso, the Spain forward, at the 2023 Women's World Cup final presentation ceremony in Sydney, Australia. So it says here, Spain's men's coach Luis de la Fuente told a judge in Luis Rubiales' trial on Tuesday that he did not get involved in discussions related to Jenni Hermoso following her World Cup kiss from Rubiales, the former Spanish soccer boss. Rubiales is accused of sexual assault for kissing Hermoso, the Spain forward at the 2023 Women's World Cup final presentation ceremony in Sydney, as well as of coercion for allegedly trying to convince the player to support his version of the kiss. Hermoso said she did not consent to the kiss, while Rubiales says it was consensual. De La Fuente said during his brief appearance in court that he spoke with Hermoso only about 2 months ago at a gala. He was at the Women's World Cup final in Australia, but said he did not have any discussions with the Spanish Federation officials about the kiss and alleged assent to support Rubiales. Continuing, the 47 Rubiales and 3 other former Federation officials, former Spain's women's coach Jorge Vilda, former sports director of the Spain's men's team Albert Luque, and former head of marketing Ruben Rivera, are accused of pressuring Hermoso to defend Rubiales publicly in a statement after the incident, which she refused to do. De La Fuente said, quote, "Nobody talked to me or asked me about it." The coach said when he visited the Federation in the days following the scandal, he only talked about football and business related to his position as the men's national coach. De La Fuente last week had his contract with the men's national team extended to 2028. The judge got angry at one point on Tuesday with the testimony of a former Federation press chief, Pablo Garcia Cuervo, asking him to be clear with his answers. Cuervo said he wrote up some of Hermoso's comments to a local radio station to release them to the media. He said Hermoso asked if they wanted her to do a video with the comments, and he said that it was not necessary. Hermoso testified on the first day of the trial on Monday and said she felt disrespected by Rubiales after winning the Women's World Cup final, and the kiss stained one of the happiest days of my life. That's what she said. Quote, "The kiss sparked outrage in Spain about the prevalence of sexism in sports and beyond. Rubiales has yet to testify and denied the charges. He resigned under pressure 3 weeks later and was banned by FIFA for 3 years. Rubiales had said he was a victim of a witch hunt by false feminists. Prosecutors Hermoso and the Spain Players Association want Rubiales jailed for 2.5 years, fined €50,000, that's $51,800 US dollars, for damages, and banned from working as a sports official. They want the 3 other defendants sentenced to 1.5 years in prison. The trial will continue on Wednesday, is expected to last at least 10 days. Rubiales attended the first day on Monday. So this trial actually took place about 20 days ago, in February this month. It took place about 20 days ago. We're going to now come to the conclusion of this matter with this article that just came out from the Associated Press about what is the outcome for Luis Rubiales on this art, and we have the final answer and the determination on February 20th, 2025. The verdict is out. This article was written on AssociatedPress.com. Ex-Spain soccer boss Rubiales found guilty of sexual assault and fined for World Cup kiss. And so in this article, it says here, former Spanish soccer boss Luis Rubiales was found guilty Thursday of sexually assaulting player Jenni Hermoso for kissing her after the 2023 Women's World Cup final, an incident that overshadowed Spain's first white world title in women's soccer and sparked debate about sexism in the sport. A judge at Spain's National Court ordered Rubiales to pay more than €10,000, that's $10,400 in US dollars, in fines, and prohibited him from getting within 200 meters of Hermoso or communicating with her for a year. Prosecutors had asked for a prison sentence. He was acquitted of charge of coercion for a downplay the kiss on the lips during the awards ceremony after the final in Syndey. Media said Rubiales, who resigned from the Spanish Soccer Federation 3 weeks after the incident, was expected to appeal the ruling, which was issued as a written statement without a court hearing. The lawyers for Rubiales and Hermoso did not immediately return calls seeking comment. A kiss without consent is sexual assault, Spain's Equality Minister Ana Redondo said about after the verdict. The words of the victim must be respected. The kiss sparked outrage in Spain and marred the celebration of its first Women's World Cup trophy. In her testimony at the high-profile trial, the 34-year-old Hermoso said that she felt disrespected and that the kiss stained one of the happiest days of her life. Quote, unquote. Rubiales insisted that his pain was consensual, and his lawyers argued that even if it hadn't been, it shouldn't be characterized as sexual assault. Prosecutors had asked for a prison sentence of 2.5 years for Rubiales, 1 year for sexual assault, and 1.5 years for coercion. The court acquitted 3 other Spanish Federation members accused of coercion: former women's team coach Jorge Vilda, sports director of the men's team Albert Luque, and the head of marketing Ruben Rivera. Hermoso testified that she was pressured into recording a video with Rubiales to downplay the kiss. Rubiales and the other defendants said that they never tried to pressure Hermoso into doing anything. They claimed she didn't give any importance to the kiss when it happened. The scandal ignited a crisis in the women's squad. Hermoso and her teammates refused to play as long as Rubiales was in charge and returned to the team only weeks later when the government mediated an agreement with the Federation interim president to overhaul its protocols and give more support to its women's side. That included the elimination of the term women's from the official team name. Rubiales initially insisted that he had done nothing wrong and said he was a victim of a witch hunt by the false feminists, but resigned after FIFA suspended him and opened a disciplinary case. During his testimony, he said he regretted the kiss because it wasn't the right attitude for a national federation president. He said it should not have been considered sexual assault, though. So that's the article, guys, from AssociatedPress.com about Spain's president, ex-former president, Luis Rubiales, who definitely was found guilty of sexual assault, and basically he kissed Jenni Hermoso without her consent, and because they won the World Cup, it's wonderful. Spain won its first World Cup in such a long time, and on the men's side, the men's soccer team has won the World Cup before, and they have achieved amazing success. But for the first time, the women's World Cup actually won they won a World Cup for the first time for their country, and that's great. But unfortunately for them, they had that terrible situation that happened where the president just decides to go ahead and kiss his player and on the lips for that matter. And now look at what he has gotten him. He has lost his job, and that's made a bad decision. And that's just a lesson for everybody. Don't make stupid mistakes like this. Obviously, this is going to land people in a world of trouble. Do not make stupid mistakes like this, obviously. So, guys, this is the story. These are 4 articles talking about the situation. It's come to a conclusion with Luis Rubiales here. And, so this is the conclusion of this matter. I just thought about this story. I had maybe heard of it. I didn't know much about it, but after up on this story and seeing the conclusion of this matter, we have to see, things have to move on, and the verdict has been given. Everything has been set in stone, so all that can be done is just to move forward. And Spain's women's soccer team will definitely have to win their next World Cup. And the second time they win, it's going to be a better outcome for them, because it will be a great win for them. There'll be a happy moment without any problem of any scandal happening. Hopefully this will not happen again. So just wanted to bring this story to you guys and see, let me know what you guys think in the comments section about this history, this story that happened I think women's soccer is definitely still a popular sport out there for many out there in the soccer world. It's still growing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. So like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.